Well, the information that I have at this time from all the officers involved in the situation that we have is we had an armed robbery situation that took place at the West Rome Wachovia branch in West Rome. The officers, in responding, located the suspect's vehicle. We had a pretty good look at it on the vehicle as far as the description. They picked up on the vehicle on Shorter Avenue. They made an effort to make a traffic stop. The suspect began to evade and run on the officers. The officers coordinated their apprehension. The suspect made it to the lot of the Steak and Shake. At this time, he made contact with one of our officers. The officers didn't attempt to make an aggressive move, but the officer was making a U-turn onto the lot, and the suspect actually ran into one of our officers' vehicles, police units. And then at that point, several cars surrounded the suspect. One of the officers attempted to get out of his vehicle and approach in a manner in which he'd be safe, but at the time the officer exited his vehicle, at that time the suspect took his weapon and shot himself at this point at this location. Well, my assumption would be is that when he fired the weapon, either concussion or, as a matter of fact, I've even questioned that with the officers, that if we had an exit of a projectile, possible bullet, as to try to determine where that round went to if we can. That's one of the issues that we'll be looking at. One, to in fact decide whether or not a round did actually exit the vehicle, but if not, then possibly what caused it. But law enforcement fired no weapons, made no aggressive actions toward the suspect. They were just in a situation of trying to apprehend, trying to get close enough to actually stop the suspect. The suspect actually came onto this lot on this. I feel like we have the money that was taken from the branch, and we do have that secured. I do have officers that actually witnessed that actually at the time. Knowing which officers those are in particular, I do know one particular officer did, in fact, the one that had got out, exited his vehicle and was walking to try to get to the point where he could apprehend the suspect or confront the suspect. He actually did see it. I think I had at least 2 officers and possibly 1 state patrol officer that actually witnessed the actual firing of the weapon. At this time, there is still some ends that possibly need to be tied up, and we don't have all the particulars at this time. But as soon as we get those, then we'll make them available. At this moment, I'm not going to give names at this point.